Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Sergeant Neutral Plays Survival Chaos. Let's see if we can we get, Alright, so we're doing pretty well here. We've got the Drane, the Night Elves, the Troll, and the Worgen, so a pretty solid lineup. So before we begin, I'm going to send this to everyone. We're going to be sending good luck, have fun. And because there is a trolling bonus here, I do want to make sure that we don't get it, because it just never really works for me. And I think what we're going to do here, roll the dice, see what we get. That is a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So tier 3, twin-headed beasts. We get the chimeras. All right. So once again, we are going to be definitely leaning more towards the end game here. And we've got Olympus as the Worgen across from us. And we do have a gold mine down here. So this is probably going to be our first big push. We've got the Skull Splinter down here. No unit upgrades as of yet. We've got the Anchorite up top, so very defensive faction up top. Very dodgy faction down bot, and then us, which is a very healy faction. But once again, minus 20% research speed is just always one of those things that is just so difficult for me to kind of like wrap my head around in a cohesive and conductive like way. So yeah, so this is, I mean, we're doing just fine for the moment. You know, we're not necessarily getting, we are going to start getting pushed out by the Drane, and it looks like we might start pushing out the Trolls. So, you know, that's a solid combination there. I am curious to see, okay, so he's already starting to put money into his armor, which is just fine. I think we are going to probably want to go tier 2 in the middle just to get that tier 2 there, have it set down, set up, and ready to party. So 970, 1,000, there it is, boom. And then after that, we can probably start looking into unit upgrades, which I think is probably not going to be the bad thing, because since we already have plus 50% HP regen. Alright, so Silent Agent, is it into me? No, it's not. Very interesting. So that's actually super good news for us. I'm thrilled with that. I am tempted to wait until we can get basic druidism, but we're going to see how this goes, because we are the only people who have gone tier 2 in the middle right now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hopefully we'll meet right around here. Yep. Unfortunately, not quite far enough in terms of getting some help for our front line, but that's all right. They're already 3-1 here, so they've got some seriously powerful units. And now it's time for us to let them kind of jump in here a little bit quicker. And then what I will do is hit this entire backline here and just let them kind of get hammered away. Then we are going to be picking up Basic Moon's Chant. Because now that we have the middle under control, we've pushed out the Troll's bottom, I think it's time for us to kind of double down on, you know, basic unit armor, at least get 2-2 in terms of upgrades. And here we are. Luckily, we are pushing them all back. That is good. That is wonderful. No complaints on this end. Great, so we got that research done. 11, 10, 9, 8. Two, 1. And just really using our units to avoid the damage that we can. Good, so we're pushing into them quite nicely, and I think I'm going to be keeping that really in mind, the fact that we were able to do that much damage that quickly. Because I would like to go tier 2. At least in the bottom. I don't mind the Drane. I'm not concerned until I see them starting to push into tier 2 into me, but until then, whatever. Is essentially how I feel about it. So we're going to be poking this. Yeah, and then we're good here. We're just going to keep using this as kind of like a hammering point. We've captured that neutral building. We will be getting Improved Moon's Chant very soon, right now. And then hopefully we'll be able... Oh, Silent Agent has left the game. Alrighty then. C'est la vie. 3, 2, 1, but we're right back into it. Just fine. Excellent. Oh yes, so there's some mirror images happening right here. I think we're going to be getting Improved Earth's armor. And let's also not forget that Basic Druidism is waiting for our pickup here. But luckily we're going to get a nice big push going in this way. Not quite as big as we would have liked, but unfortunately that is simply the way it goes sometimes, my friends. And, okay, now that we're at 500, we can finally pick up Basic Druidism. And we're at 2 and 2, so I'm happy with that. How are the trolls looking? At least one pickup, but 2 and 1. All right, so that's all right. We still outclassed them, which is kind of all we were hoping for. And more importantly, we're also draining the amount of guys he can buy back. So, you know, it's just going to be kind of a slow death of 1,000 cuts type deal. And here, hopefully... Okay, so they're 4 and 0, but luckily since they're 0... Okay, so now he's coming into me. That's fine. We were expecting this, my friends. Yes, yes, we were. And since we already have the mana pretty much back, and we'll be having Druidism, we're going to be a lot tougher to crack. Oh no, he's not going into us. Interesting. Alright. And here we are just pushing into this poor guy. Really, really leaning into it. Alkanai Priest. Z6. Alright. So I'm trying to think of what else we could do right now. I'm tempted to go to tier 2 in the main Tree of Life here. That way we can, you know, get some Entangling Roots and, you know, more importantly, get the Force of Nature bonus. Or do I just go straight tier 3 bottom? And I think that's what we do. We go straight tier 3 bottom and hopefully pop this. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Go straight tier 3 bottom. Get our Chimera out there. Because we're holding here. I mean, we're not winning. For sure we're not winning. But we're also not getting absolutely flabbergasted. Like, we're fine. Ostensibly, we are fine. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4... Yeah, we'll be fine. Though, frankly, probably getting some more Nature's Wrath is probably not going to be a bad thing to just kind of make sure our defense is a little more on top of it. And here comes the Chimera. Still Voodoo Hut level 1. You know, definitely taking advantage of the fact that this is a comm, and it's a comm that we've been able to really, really kind of ruin the buyback here for. Good, 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 good. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so we're going to repair that. We're going to pick up basic living armor here. And, yeah, then, you know, we're just slowly pushing back. Slowly but surely pushing back, which is exactly kind of what we want right now. This is going to be concerning if it lands, especially since we do not have tier 2 yet, so we do not have a nuke, we do not have heroes available. Four, three, two, one. So yeah, I think what we're going to do here is really just sit back and wait until we can get... Yeah, alright. Here comes some bad news here. It's all melee. All of it is melee. Yeah, so I'm throwing out everything we got here, because without it, we will die. Okay, and it looks like combined with this extra wave that came through, we'll be just fine. It was maybe a little bit of overkill, but also not willing to risk it. Absolutely not willing to risk that. I'd rather be a little more overkill in terms of defense than underkill and die, because I didn't want to spend the extra 100 gold, or whatever it might be. Alright, so here we are. Now we're pushing back out here. Now it's time for us to go to the upgrade the Tree of Life tier 2. Mostly because I would like heroes out on the field now. Heroes I feel like would be an excellent pickup for us, as well as the tower upgrades, because they're so powerful for the Night Elves. So powerful. That, if possible, I would really like to lean into it. Like, Ricochet, fantastic. Force of Nature, incredible. And then in our case, also deals damage over time, slow poison, animal synergy, and bear form. All of this is fantastic. All of this is fantastic stuff. Of course, the first will be Force of Nature, because that just increases just the sheer amount of pressure we're able to put on by just throwing more units at the enemy. Like, the more units we're able to throw at the enemy, the better we're going to be doing. It is simple, but it is effective. Then good. I mean, it's certainly not an incredible push, but we are able to push at this point, which is something at the very least. +4 base armor, I think, is especially important considering we are a little low in terms of base armor. Certainly haven't been as good as we could be in terms of the economy, but as you can tell by our base, that hasn't really hurt us too badly. Alright, Silent Agent. We're starting to push back, baby. And unfortunately, the Worgen are just absolutely dominating the center field here. The mid. What else do we do? I think we pick up... That way we're just sitting at 3-3. It's never a bad place to be sitting at 3-3. And now we're actually going to be able to get a little bit of view into the Drane base. Kind of see exactly what's happening, what's going on there. Type of dealio. Okay, good. So that's going well in there. Do I want Ricochet, Vengeance? No, Bear Form. Bear Form, absolutely. Because that extra bear form is really just going to be able to help us with our front line, which I think is kind of our weak point at this point. Alright, so they're 3-2, Bastion. Alright. Hopefully it looks like we will be able to see what exactly... Lever Blue has lost his right barracks. Wonderful. So that means, for us at least, we've got an extra 1,000. I would like to send Furion down here. Which I think we can. Oh, but he's lower on mana, and that's a Grand Temple level 2, so I think it's time for us to start applying some pressure down there as well. Because this is pretty much under our control. We're okay with this. This is fine. Oh, Lever Blue has lost his left barracks as well. Oh, yikes, 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 yikes. Bad time to be a troll at the moment. Alright, great. So that is up there. I think what I will be doing is getting a tier 2 ready to go here. Yeah, a tier 2 ready to go up here is going to be very, very helpful for us, especially since we're at 3-3, which is a level of upgrades I'm very comfortable with. I would definitely like to compound on that and have a little bit more to offer, but it will come. It will come. Baby steps, especially once I start getting some of these buildings through. I mean, boom, that's an extra basic nature's armor right there. That's an extra level of armor. Just bada bing, bada boom, wada ding a dong, wada ding a doo. And we've got Fury and Storm Rage absolutely tearing it up middle, which we love. We've got an extra 500 gold from that, which is amazing. I think from there, we either want to get Moonglaive. Moonglaive, yep. And here we have to be careful because he is, Rana is going to be throwing his tier 2 at us, which is fine. They're 4 and 4. We are going to be 3 and 4 in just a little bit here. Here come the elephants. Lever Blue has lost their middle barracks, thanks to moi. 2, 1, 0. Yep, alright. Very bad spawn for us. Certainly not the end of the world, but boy, would I have preferred that to have gone slightly differently. Ooh, a huge amount of pressure onto the Worgen at the moment. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got everyone to chill out there for a second. We love that. And this will allow us to really build a nice little push here. Basic Moon's Blessing. Yeah, Furion's dead. Shocking no one. Alright, so did he go tier 3? I should have checked that, but unfortunately I did not. Luckily, we are in complete and utter control of the mid. I mean, of the bot, basically. We're gonna repair that just so we can get that little extra health done and dusted. Alright, so that's researching, yeah, let's get some animal synergy going. Alright, so now once that is done, I think what we can do is get some improved Moon's Bless. Oh, no. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll throw Tyrande out. Just so she can get some good EXP, baby. Powerful Blow, I'm not interested in that at the moment. Certainly maybe down the line, but right now I just don't think it's nearly as helpful as one would imagine it could be. Since we're not going to get a push from the trolls for a little while, I'm going to be throwing that one down there. And this should be quite a nice little push. I don't think it's going to be able to break it, but it will definitely be unpleasant to deal with. Yeah, there's some AoE going in. I believe it stacks. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it does. I could be wrong, and I am often wrong. Now, if he's dumping units out this much, he's not gonna have heroes. That's a tier 2. That's excellent, since it doesn't affect our flying units. There is Murad, which is a little bit of a shame, to say the very, very least. We have an extra 1,000 gold, so I think we are going to be throwing the upgrade Ancient of War here, but as a tier 3 in the middle, just so we can really, really have and basically take advantage of the fact that we have a tier 3 unit replacement. So he's 7 and 3, so they are doing a lot of damage. Are going to be picking up Advanced Moon's Blessing. That AoE Howl is just so powerful. It's so strong. It's so strong. Alright, and here comes another push that way. He has gone tier 3 into me. That's fine. That's fine. 5-4. Yeah, alright. So now we're pushing in that way as well.
Research finished.
Improved Druidism. And then now we're going to be saving up some money because I would like to send Tyrande or Furion up this way to counter this whole little spiel. Yeah, because again, Greymane's just able to absolutely blow me up here. Alright. This is going to be a mess, but we're going to be able to handle it. Yeah, Tyrande just got absolutely Tommy-knockered. Oh well. Alright, good, good, good. So we are still able to keep on pushing here, which is very, very nice. And we are going to be sending Tyrande up into this because she does have the kind of AoE moonbeams. So that's never a bad thing to have in your arsenal. That's going to be a little bit irritating, but hopefully the Drane and Murad and all that, well, just the Drane middle should, you know, help make this, you know, kind of make it a little messier for everyone. Which, as we know, I love. I love a messy middle. There's nothing quite better than a good, solid, messy middle. Slow Poison, absolutely, is something we're going to be picking up. Here, we just have to prepare ourselves because, yep, Starfall is definitely going to be very, very important for us. And then Lesser Starfall is also probably going to be one of the things that we really want to start thinking about getting later on. And here we are. We are pushing, pushing, pushing. Fortunately, it looks like he's going to get a great spawn. Wonderful spawn. Amazing spawn. 4, 3, 2, 1. Fine. I just want to get them all calm in the background. Backline, I mean. Good, and we were able to pull in a lot of the melee units kind of more in the backline here. Three, 2, 1, and it looks like we were able to kind of melt their offense. So that is excellent, excellent news for us. Unfortunately, we do have Darius Crowley going to be pushing down this lane. 24, 23. Oh, he lost his left barracks. The Worgen are looking good so far. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was quick. If that's the case, then I'm just going to double down on him. Improved living armor. Yeah, because poor, again, Greymane, this is just not going to work out for him. And this is gonna do some damage. That's gonna do some proper damage. All right. Okay, unfortunately, it looks like they were able to kind of melt my wave there, which is a shame, but certainly not, you know, a shock for anyone. Looks like we will be able to hold this relatively easily. I will throw out my Yev just to hold the line here. And, you know, as kind of a safe area to get some experience going. Good, 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 good. So all of this seems to be working out fairly well. We are going to be picking up Improved Wrath. There's an Alkanai Priest. Poor guy. Oh, and of course, they had tier 2 for us ready to go. What a shame. What a shame. Oh well. The good news is there's just the sheer amount of stuff here is going to be difficult to handle. Even with Velen, I feel like we've got a very, very good shot here. But once again, it's just such a long freeze. It's such a long freeze. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but just the sheer amount of time that you're able to just kind of have these enemies at your mercy is relatively prodigious. We are still, it looks like we're going to be taking it, especially since this freeze should be basically falling apart soon. Because the second the freeze falls apart, we should just be able to roll in. Alright, so at the very least, Tyrande is still swinging, and boom, lost their right barracks, so now we can go tier 3. Yeah, and we're just crushing this whole area. They're still frozen. The massive majority of my forces, there they are. They're now free, able to do what they gotta do. They're 8 and 5. Okay, that's not super intimidating, if I'm being honest. Now we are just going to be researching the ultimate weapon, just because I want to get information on the Worgen. Alright, so there's Tobias Mistmantle. That was a tier 1 spell, that's fine. Because Tyrande has just fallen, so that means I have Tyrande ready down here. Okay, so that's a Crypt level 3 guard tower. I want to see how weak this is, because if I'm able to ultimate weapon it... not quite. Still, Manor is just level 2, though. And that does present us with a couple kind of interesting little points of view. Especially since this is not that scary of a push. Yeah, Shadow Song is dead. So you do have Crypt level 4, level 3, level 4. Got it. When did that take damage? Oh well. I've completely and utterly forgotten when that occurred. But here we are. I'm just gonna be using a little tier 1 there just to kind of calm everyone down and allow us to get some more backline going here. Because, boy, does Tyrande put in the work. Fortunately, Fury and Storm Rage did get bopped there pretty aggressively. 2, 1, 0, and we're back. Boom. Manor level 2. He's researching something. I'm not entirely sure what, but he is certainly researching something. Yeah, and so we are able to wipe that out. Tiny, good. And he's attacking my base. That's totally, totally fine. And then one thing I am going to have to start thinking about here is making sure that we have the funds to get my, basically, to get my barracks up to the level that his barracks are at. Because that's going to be our big deciding factor here. My units are about the same. I've got better heroes. But without having the units... I mean, without having the barracks pumping out the same amount of units as he is, it's a foregone conclusion that we're going to lose. So that's our big kind of question here. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I'm gonna be sending out my Ev. Good little fan of knives. He is still just manor level 2, so that is a plus for us. That's a big plus. And he's just lost pretty much all of his heroes on these fronts. And the reason why I send out the 2 mages there is to really just kind of ensure that I have the backup necessary, the kind of front line. So here we are. Now we're starting to push that out. Once this starts to peter out, this is going to be my next pickup for tier 4. Then this is going to be the one after that. So it is a little scary when you know exactly where your next 6,000 gold are going to go, but it's also important, I find. And I do want to keep Furion ready on pretty much all fronts, because I do not want him to fall apart. Alright, so it's only 3, that's fine. 1,500... 17, come on, just give me 2,000. Give me 2,000, baby. We are so close. There it is. There's the 2,000. So all of a sudden, that's 2 out of 3. And he's starting to lose his advantage here. Unfortunately, he did get manor level 3, but luckily our Tiny's going to be pretty gosh darn beefy by the time they run into each other. That I can guarantee. So they're really just chewing that whole area apart. That's excellent. Some feral worgen kicking around. Good. So that's all. We're all starting to push relatively well here. Excellent. We love that chain CC here. Ancient of War level 4. Here's the level 3. 1850. Come on, give me 2,000. There it is. Okay, good. I'm feeling all right here. Now, I would, frankly, like to wait for Advanced Druidism, because on this inevitable pushback, we are going to need Advanced Druidism to ensure that we have the kind of little AoE to start ripping apart the Worgen from time to time here. So it was Olympus. Yep. Who spoke to us. I always like it when the people who are a little more talkative, and especially those who are kind, are the ones who kind of end up, I end up brawling with at the end here. Because, it's kind of a fun, nice way, in my mind at least, to get to know the community a little bit better. And we're already back at 750, so we already have enough for a hero when the need arises. Unfortunately, I don't know if we're going to have our Tree of Life back in action. But we shall see. Hopefully, I'm hoping I'll be able to start burning some of his mana through, you know, copious human, well, Night Elf sacrifice. Alright, so now that we have that much, let's get Vengeance. I think Vengeance is a very important one that we, you know, perhaps have neglected somewhat. I'm assuming we're going to see the Iron Duke appear. Surprising that we just got units and no Iron Duke, but, you know, I will reserve any and all judgment. So that's good. More Moonglaive as well. Oh, he's got Godrin. But hopefully we'll be able to destroy his barracks. I don't know, this could be interesting here. If we can just get a couple more swings in, I don't want to have to spend money and time to get that going, but if I have to, that is what I will do. Alright, so unfortunately that was a fall. He did fall, but that also means that Godrin, we know exactly where he is, and that's easy to contain. Relatively speaking, of course. So they're 8 and 6, and we are 6 and 4. We'll be able to catch up for that. I just want to make sure, yeah, so I'm going to be sending Tiny in from this flank. Because unfortunately, he's about to get hit pretty hard from two sides here. And the worst is, they're staggered exactly how I wanted them to be staggered. Yeah, this Goldrin pick is something I've been seeing more and more of, and it's a good pick, let me tell you. It's a solid one. And I'm keeping an eye on that, so don't worry. I'm not ignoring it. And we just have to let them come in a little bit more. So I can ensure Tiny does get caught up. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Unfortunately, Furion getting hammered by Godrin is not exactly what I'd hoped was going to be occurring, but such is life. And luckily we were able to wipe out his, you know, kind of helpful units here, his surrounding forces. Alright. Can we focus again, Greymane? And now with a whole bunch of these weak, I think it could very much be worth really going for and researching for the super weapon. Good lord, sorry. I don't know why all of a sudden my brain just completely shut down, and truly and completely shut down. It was wild. Good lord. Okay, but we are back, and I think my brain's working. I'm not entirely sure. What is a working brain anyway? So luckily Godrin was really, you know, unfortunately fairly ineffective in this case. Pick up more of that. Yep. Bear form, more animal synergy, I think. And then we still have 1,500 gold, so I'm very content with that. And this is going to be a bummer to hold up against. Because once again, if he messes up now, it's to the point where, you know, the sheer amount of damage coming down his way could really just kind of pop any of these barracks. And all I need is one barracks to be open. to kind of start twisting the thing into my favor. But we'll see. He's been doing very, very well, very admirably so far. I just hope I'm able to keep up the pressure and just keep picking away at him, just ever so slightly, little bits and pieces here and there.
Research finished.
And there we are. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Good. Good, 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 good. We are burning through the enemy here. Here comes Godrin again. We'll see. Hopefully, if we're able to stun him, that might be enough to kind of redirect some of the units, enough of the units, and that might just be it. Ooh, no, big AoE right there. Big, big, big AoE. Okay, good. We're starting to chew through them here. I'm content with that. Once again, we just need a couple more hits on the barracks. Just a few more hits on the barracks. But unfortunately, no, it does not seem like it's going to be the case for us. So in that sense, I think we are going to keep on whittling him down here. That way we can use the ultimate weapon. This, unfortunately, looks like it might be a tier 2 spell. We will see. No, I think it's just smarter, once again. Better safe than sorry. Absolutely no sense in trying to be a hero here. Gonna try and be a hero, baby! But luckily, Godrin is very, very weak. Far weaker than last time. So much so that I might be able to just use Tiny. Which could be actually super, super helpful in terms of shifting the balance. Because if I just use Tiny, then all of a sudden I have a wave that I could send Furion down to help with. 0. And we're all fighting here. Oh, good lord. Oh, good lord. Okay, good. So that was able to redirect the aggro, because wow, did he get me good there. I was not paying attention at all. Which was probably very, very obvious. Judging by the fact that I was literally just staring at my building getting ripped apart. So I think we're going to be very much going after the living armor here for the HP regen. Get some treants going. Thank you, thank you. Entangling roots. Wonderful. Godrin is down. What is his units? 9 and 6. Okay. We did lose a tower. That's very bad. But our barracks are okay, and that's the most important part. And we have another devastating push coming in this way. Basic Moon's Wrath. I want everyone at least 7. Every upgrade to be at least 7. And then can we get some more Vengeance, Mana Burn? Because what's the bonus we get here? Animal Training, Animal Synergy. Yeah, so let's get more of that. because his units are still just far, far, far better than mine. But the good news is little breathers like this give us a significant amount of time to kind of come back from it. Especially when our waves like this kind of just like self-destruct. There's, you know, no one's really gaining anything from it. No one's really pushing that further from it. Like, it's just part of it. I think if I get 2 or 3 hits on this, it's game. Not game, but it's game for this particular barracks. That's a tier 2. Excellent. Because he spent all that money, he probably doesn't have enough... all that money on heroes, he probably doesn't have enough for Godrin. Which means we're just going to still kind of just be sitting on top of his base like this. That sucks. That sucks. Like, there's nothing worse than clicking and then all of a sudden being like, oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, so we're pushing, we're pushing, we're pushing. He's got all of his heroes going. And here comes an extra push. Tiny the Ancient Giant has fallen. It looks like we're going to be able to pick up his top barracks here. Yes. So the upper barracks gone is really going to hurt Godrin in terms of his ability to do things. Now that we're here, let's just make sure we're still researching. Sorry, I was... But yeah, no, I think with these two in the middle... With these two in the middle, we should be able to push back here relatively comfortably. We're gonna just make everyone chill for a little bit, and I will send out Tyrande as well. Consider me impressed. Yeah, very cool, dude. If this is your second day playing, you know what you're doing. Alright, so it looks like we are able to really kind of push and chew through here relatively well. There go, I think, all 3 of his heroes. Are on the video descriptions. Love to have you. Yeah. All right, so, you know, fingers crossed. All right, so we'll get this going. And here we are, so we're just gonna keep on chugging. And keep on going here, because once again, once we kind of build this here, and Godrin's kind of like my only kind of concern, but we have Tiny ready to go, so I'm not, even then, I'm not that worried about it. So, here we are. With our 3 heroes, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough for us to really get to where we need to go. But with Burning Orb, actually, that might really be good enough, as well as Starfall. There's a lot of really good synergies going on here. So that's researching. Let's get some more animal synergy. And I do want to just keep an eye on, because... No. I don't think it's quite GG. It's tough. 1v3 is very, very tough. But Olympus might be able to pull it out here. But it is true now, because once Godrin goes down, without that level of help, I am going to send him Tiny down. Because Godrin is, unfortunately now at this point, really by himself. And I think if we keep upgrading the poison, yeah, which is what we are doing, and now we have heroes, yeah, we're in good shape. And we're really starting to get some heals going here. Yeah, obviously this doesn't look wonderful for us, but it's really accomplished our goal, which was finally kill that barracks. And Godrin is getting poisoned. He's got green goo, so like that amount of stuff does tend to stack. We are researching the tree. We are getting more research on the Tree of Life. The repairs, I'm keeping an eye on. There's Goldrin. And then here comes what I imagine is going to be kind of the end here. And once again, fighting to the end. He might be new to the game, but God, he plays like an old player. Like, he really knows what he's doing. This was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And it's not over yet. Like, obviously not over yet. But certainly, he has given me a real run for my money. And if I keep hitting it, that'll be it. Is that it yet? No, because Tiny's doing his own thing. Good redirection going. Good redirection. Very good redirection, actually. He was able to kind of just guide Tiny in there, and even though it's a tough position to be in, he actually defended against this, all things considered. Repair 18. Okay, cool. Alright, doing alright here. Godrin's still up top, level 20, very strong Godrin. Not where I wanted him to go, baby. Void monstrosity. Very Very good. Very good. All right. Oh, unfortunately, if Tiny keeps single focusing that, it's gonna end pretty quickly. And there goes both of his heroes. Here we are here, we're starting to go. I don't know what that sound was, but hopefully it's not like, hey, your computer's about to explode. I got a little notification of something. But here we are, and unfortunately I do think we are kind of entering into the end game for our dear friend here. Because with Godrin down, he might spawn Godrin right away here. It depends on how much money he has at the moment. But once again, Tiny is just such a miserable special unit to play against. He's just so tanky. Tiny is so tanky. Alright, so we're getting Vengeance going. Luckily, hopefully that Void Monstrosity is going to be able to kill his stuff just as much as my stuff. We got Ancient Guardian here. With the Animal Synergy, is there anything I can get here? Moonglaive, yeah. Just kind of get that AoE clear going. Going, baby. All right, so here we are. We're pushing, we're pushing, we're pushing. Good, 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 good. They're doing well, we're doing well, we're doing well. And here we are, we're pushing in from the top and the middle. And the bot has completely shut it down. And it looks like with Maev and Tyrande coming in, looks like it will most likely start to be the beginning of the end here. Yeah, because all of his units are starting to run away as well. There's Godrin. That's a tier 2. Was able to kill a fair amount of people here, but not all. Yeah, and his forces are getting kind of wiped out there. Glorious chaos. Yep, because there goes his tower. It looks like we've... And the Void Monstrosity is still really locking it down, though. We are going to be getting improved Earth's Wrath. We've got that going, which is nice. We've maxed that out, plus 20% attack weight and plus 20% evasion. Here we are. Yeah, unfortunately, you know, especially once we nuke it with Olympus here. Well, nuke it. Once we destroy it, that'll nuke us, which will be unfortunate, but that'll also completely cut off all spawns for both of these lanes. So at that point, unfortunately, it just becomes a numbers game, and this is where, you know, congratulations to Olympus. It is the second day playing. Very much looking forward to seeing where this talented young player is going. And, yeah, in essence, it's been an absolute honor to play. This is one of the reasons why I love kind of getting more involved in the community, you know, seeing where people really are at and things like that, because it is an absolutely wild little group we got going here, and it is a ton of fun. So we've got 2,700 here. The Void Monstrosity is starting to go down, and I think I am just going to put him out. He put him out of his misery. He gave us an incredible match, really a lot of fun, about an hour long. And yeah, I think that is going to be just about it, with our forces starting to, you know, kind of spill in here. Especially with the bounces from our huntresses. That is going to be it. Unless there's a spawn that arrives. Nope. GG. GG. Very, very well done, good Sir Olympus. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this episode of Sergeant Neutral Plays Survival Chaos. Congratulations to Olympus and all of my, competitors. If you like what you saw, do not hesitate to join the Neutral Army. Like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Sergeant Neutral, signing out.